everybody. My name is Lady Onassi, and today we are playing The Raven. I wanted to play the remaster because the remaster, like, I've played like the first like 20 minutes of the game in remaster, and it looks so pretty. But unfortunately, my capture card is just like, nope, not gonna have it, not gonna do it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the original. I'm hoping it doesn't lose out on anything super amazing by playing it this way, but we're gonna go ahead and try. So it's a sleuth style game, and you play as not Constable, his name is Zellner, and he is a sleuth. He is a private eye kind of character. I haven't really gotten super far in the game, but I was like, I have to do a let's play of it because I'm really enjoying it. So let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 1. And the music is so pretty. I love the music. It's so pretty and nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold?
Harold.
Harold?
Oh, Harold.
Harold? You hear me?
Harold.
This is no time for fun and games.
Hello.
Shh! Calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold?
Yeah, where's
There's
Harold?
another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
I don't trust the ginger.
There.
Never trust a
Good.
ginger.
Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean
It's pretty.
the Raven's heir?
Shh! Turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
Do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now, we just have to...
what?
He's gone.
Halt!
Shoot him in the face.
Stop! You're under arrest!
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love mystery game. Oh, pretty. Oh, I miss Switzerland. I love Switzerland. It's expensive. It's super expensive. But it's gorgeous. It's simply beautiful. What you reading? I can't read German. I can't read German. I can speak a little German.
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
That's right. Stupid Ginger. Never trusted Ginger.
You're funny, but you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Why do you need the gun?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
I know who the Raven was.
I was
Although
gonna say I know who
don't
Bobby
quite
Dobbs
buy
is.
that bit about the crown jewels.
That's a little weird, but okay.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller,
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I live in England now. She's taking care of some rich old lady. We're on our way to Venice at the moment. We're taking a cruise on a big ship.
Impressive. I've spent my entire life in Switzerland.
Must be really boring.
No, Switzerland's beautiful.
You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
What?
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner.
Anton Jakob
Did he put a
Zellner.
gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police.
Yeah.
But it'd be
You
better
really-
if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
I want to help. That's why I'm here. That's why we're playing this game.
But monsieur, surely I can be of assistance somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Well, that somebody
Thanks to
does.
that,
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist.
that would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable...
Zellner.
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
You're guarding something.
I think you're guarding something.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
Whatever's inside the safe.
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Flattery gets you
Let's
everywhere.
assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination. I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help.
Pardonnez-moi.
And I will help. You're in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do,
That's
whether you
right.
like it or not.
Me and my fancy
Clever
mustache.
and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zellner. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But
Bon
how do you
voyage.
know?
You too.
Oh, hello.
Look at
You
those
cheated.
titties.
I did
Look
what?
at them
I
chompers.
saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa, it was him?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
You are a little kid.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open.
That's right.
Maybe I can change his mind.
You want to learn about the game controls? No, I think I'm
All
okay.
right.
It's walking and looking at things and putting things together. Just like we're playing right now in the inner world, it's very similar to that. Come on, let's go this way. Okay, let's take a look.
The large map shows the different routes of the Orient Express. This train began in Paris and ends in Istanbul as usual. Unfortunately, it will make most of its journey without me.
Okay. Let's keep walking. Come on. There you go.
Very kind of you. Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, pardon you.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof. Mr.
Lucium. Professor Edgar Lucium.
Oh, a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
Oh.
You don't say. May
What's
I
the
ask where
destination of
you're
your trip?
going?
Of course. To Venice. I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
Antisocial much?
If you work in the British Museum, then you must have experienced the burglary firsthand.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no?
There was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
There was a break-in in your museum, and it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
I don't trust him.
Whatever you say. The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
Legrand.
No, should I?
Yes.
You don't know him? And you also don't know what he's doing here?
No. Well, why should I?
Just a thought. You're a representative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're trying to imply. And now, please excuse me.
Just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Specials?
On the train? No, I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
Adios, muchacho.
I don't want to take up any more of your valuable time, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just, I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Constable.
Yeah, sure. All right, bye.
What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
Look at his dainty hand.
We'll
He's like,
sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But
no, really?
I didn't lock it. I don't even have a key.
I'm a genius.
I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait
relax.
here.
I'm working on it, jeez. I wish I could walk with WASD and not the clicking of the mouse.
I don't believe it. I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
She looks like a vampire.
It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading
She, like,
the Vicarage
stares
in the
into your
Mirror right now,
soul.
for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable...
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure. May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my favorite character.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Oh, well, fine. As a writer, you must be very observant.
Yep.
Am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
Whoops.
Are you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No, we are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
I see.
What do you think about the
About
violinist?
the other passengers, did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
Obviously you
Certainly
did.
He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
No. It's called a budget, dude. The rest of us have to use it.
Did you
Well, the
notice the man who
archaeologist.
just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course.
My boss is only a few years older than me and is a doctor. And he's a he studied science. But still, well, I guess I'm not young anymore, am I? I still think of myself as young. Does that count?
Did you notice anyone else? What about the doctor?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right. That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
As much as I'd like to keep talking, duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seem so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
Of course.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall do my best.
Okay, I have a journal. It's up here. And I take notes. Lady Carissa Westmacott. I just adore her. To me, she's the greatest author of the century, and certainly the most successful. It's such a shame that she stopped writing. Haven't read anything about it in the press yet. Fans around the world will be in an uproar when they find out. Clarissa Westmacott's most successful mysteries include Little Indians, Death on the Rails, Murder in Egypt, Under a Full Moon, Styles Affair of Mystery, The Vicarage in the Mirror, Maurice Partou's Easter. Little Indians sold more than 100 million copies, making it the most successful mystery novel of all time. Let's talk to your friend.
Mrs. Miller made a good impression. She wanted to protect Lady Westmacott from me, a pushy admirer. Very diligent.
All right, let's talk to the vampire
she
lady.
does seem a little nervous and tense. I imagine she has her work cut out for her with Matt.
Yeah.
And a difficult boss, from what they
Ginger
say.
boy. Let's chit-chat.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
She has huge teeth.
The little boy, Matt, he's your son?
Oh, yes. Has he done something?
No. I've already met him. Clever little fellow.
We always call him Professor because he's so precocious. If only someone could just drive the mischief out of him.
She has such a thin upper lip. It sounds like she's talking like this. And when she closes her mouth, her teeth kind of show a little bit. It's weird. The other version of her is way better.
Did you
notice anything?
Anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Goodbye, Constable. All right, let's see what our journal has to say about her. All right. Mary Miller and Matt Miller. Ms. Miller was introduced to me as Lady Westmacott's companion. I think she's really more of a carer. She seems rather tense, nervous, and a bit unbalanced. Maybe it has something to do with her son, Matt. I like Matt. He's a lively, inquisitive boy, but it seems like his mother got her hands full dealing with him. Okay, what about, let's go back to the teacher. Professor Edgar Lucien. I made the acquaintance of Professor Lucien from London's British Museum. He claims that the robbery at the museum hardly affected him. I don't believe him. He seems rather nervous. All right, let's keep going. Hi, guys. See you later. All right. Oh, look. Can we go behind the bar?
I suppose the
Bartender.
steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence.
Sure. Oh. No. Go back there. I want to see what's back here.
Pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy.
Buzzing. Okay. Pencil.
The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dried powdered soup in small bags.
I couldn't believe it.
Hey, powdered soup is delicious. The last time I was in Switzerland, we bought some powdered soup because Switzerland doesn't use the euro, they use the franc. So when we went, we realized very quickly how expensive food was. So we went back into Austria, bought some food, and then went back into Switzerland. We spent 1 night in Zurich and then 3 nights in a town called Wengen. If you know what like the top of Europe is, it's like that tourist attraction. We didn't do that. We actually went hiking around the area, and it was still gorgeous.
I'll leave the scissors here. If I
Okay.
need them, I know. Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback, they don't play nice with false teeth.
Oh.
Maybe if I just suck it.
Just take one. All right. All right, time to leave. Bye-bye. Hey, my friend Zeta was playing Path of Exile. Okay, leave. Get out of here. Shoo. All right. Here we go. Hi. You want to talk?
Ah, Mr.
Zellner.
Right, right. How can I help you?
Have you seen
Tell
anything
me,
suspicious?
Did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean no? Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked the
Zellner,
button.
Please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
If you say so. At the train station in
Jeez.
Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And I believe we both have a good idea just what's inside.
Money.
Jewels. Let's talk about that cash
indeed have a
box.
theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly. Both jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed.
Let's talk about the robbery in London.
Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
One cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular coups.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
Jeez. Let's talk about the
There's
conductor.
something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself. I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He's not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
Jeez. Okay.
Your newspaper caught my eye. May I borrow it for a second?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
A pleasant chat. Okay. I'm gonna end this episode here. I think this is a good spot to leave off. I don't want to record too much because I want to make sure this video is actually going to upload. Okay, yeah. I want to make sure this video is actually going to go ahead and upload. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Lady Onassi, and have a fabulous rest of your evening. Bye, guys.